Whether you're an electric or an acoustic guitar player, at some point you're going to come across a song that uses finger picking. So you can take your normal pick, drop it, and we're going to cover a couple really cool finger picking patterns, including that famous Travis picking pattern, and how to make finger picking your own thing. Now, there are two really important ideas in finger picking, and the first one is thumb independence. We need our thumb and our fingers to play separately from one another. So for example, if I'm playing a C chord, instead of strumming this whole thing, I will play maybe the root with my thumb and grab 3 of the strings with my other fingers coming up. Now, rarely in finger picking do we use the pinky, so we can just kind of rest it while we use our other fingers. Right away, we can do a form of finger picking. If we think about the thumb being on the root of any chord and our other 3 fingers pulling up some other notes, we could play things like a C chord, an A minor, a G if I move my thumb to the root on that 6th string, or even an F. The second really important motion when we're talking about finger picking is a pinch motion. So when our thumb comes down and our finger comes up, that might happen at the same time. Again, for a C chord as our example, we could think about the thumb hitting the root and the first finger coming up on the C note, the octave, like that. Again, we can think through that chord progression we just played: C, A minor, G, and F. Let's learn by doing. I want to start with a basic finger picking pattern. We know that the thumb starts on the root of a chord, but it's not restricted to the root. And so for the thumb here, we're actually going to move. We'll use a C chord. We're going to move between the root and then the 4th string. 5th string, 4th string. And we'll think about this in terms of beats. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pretty good, right? Now we're going to add a second note here, and we're going to use that pinch technique. So when my thumb comes down on the 5th string, I'm going to pinch with my first finger on the 3rd string. So 5th and 3rd. Pretty good. Now when my thumb moves to the 4th string, I'm going to pinch that 2nd string with my middle finger. So we've got thumb in 1st, thumb in 2nd, thumb in 1st, thumb in 2nd. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's amazing. That's already a finger picking pattern. We can run through progressions just like that and have it sound pretty cool. But we're going to add one more step here where we actually separate now. So thumb and then 1st, thumb and then 2nd. Something like this. I've got my thumb and then the 1st, and then the 2nd motion here, thumb and the 2nd. Well, hold on, what happened there? I moved down to a chord that started from the 6th string, and the only thing I changed from my progression was I moved my thumb from the 5th string to the 6th string. Everything else in my picking hand stayed exactly the same. Take a look again from C, thumb hanging on that 5th string for the first beat, 5 down to 6. And then just making a bigger jump to grab that 4th string. So there's a really basic pattern from both the 5th string, the 6th string, where we're skipping that thumb over, And if we wanted to play it from the 4th string, really simply, same exact thing, but we're moving our fingers over, shifting them up by a string. So that's really cool. That unlocks kind of a whole world for us. So let's make this a little bit harder now and take a look at that Travis picking pattern. This is the most popular and famous finger picking pattern ever. So if you need to learn just one from this video, this is the one I want you to take away from it. Our thumb here is just moving back and forth between the root and the 4th string. So for example, in a C, I'd move between root, 4th string, root, 4th string, 1, 2, 3, 4. For a G, I'd again jump my thumb down to the 6th string. 2, 3, 4. This is super similar to the basic pattern we already did. And by super similar, I mean exactly the same. So that's good. Our other fingers here are where it gets a little bit more complicated. We'll use a G chord as our example. When we hit with the thumb on beat number 1, we're going to pinch the 2nd string here with the middle finger. Then I'm going to hit these 2 middle strings with my thumb and 1st. Okay, so far. Now, next beat, my thumb comes back down, and then I play the 2nd string with my middle and the 4th string with my thumb. So you'll see in the pattern, the thumb is doing that back and forth. 6th string, 4th string, 6th string, 4th string. And my 2 other fingers are just going 2nd string, 3rd string, 2nd string. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A great way to think about this is that the thumb is always hitting the numbered beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we kind of anchor ourselves mentally around that thumb, it's going to make it a lot easier to understand. Now, if we needed to play that from a 5th string root, like a C, it's exactly the same thing, except our root note, our 1st beat, is on the 5th string. If we're playing it from the 4th string like a D chord, well, we just make all of these fit for us. Just like this. Now, there's one other trick here, super common when we're talking about the Travis picking pattern, and that's to take our right palm and put it not on the bridge and not in the middle of the strings, but just touching the bridge and the strings here. That's going to give it a little bit of a mute sound like this. This kind of makes our picking pattern a little bit more plucky, which might be a good thing. Something like this. We're just breaking up chords and playing down and up. If we can get that thumb independence and pinching as well, we're going to be fingerpicking masters in no time. Remember that there's a PDF for all of these courses. It covers a lot of this visually, so if you're a visual learner like I am, charts and graphics are super useful. There's a lot more courses as well and lessons to take, so leave any questions you've got down there, and I will see you in the next one.